What's up and good morning? Welcome back to another video, guys. I just can't help myself in playing with the air ride on this thing any chance I get, and I'm probably gonna, if nothing more, I'm gonna be a hell of a test for these extreme air compressors over the Viairs to see if, well, if they don't burn out with how much I've been playing with this thing. Now, one thing that continues to blow me away with this whole rear air ride kit is just how tall it goes. So right now it's kind of set at about ride height, but when you actually inflate the bags all the way, it ends up really freaking tall. I mean, I'm 6'1.5". That's important. And you know, even on the driveway slope, it is still well above my head. We're dropping back down right now to ride height. Cool things about the, I almost just fell getting in. I think it's time to get some amp steps on this thing. I did not anticipate that step being that high. Hold on. All right. So one of the cool things about the APPAREL E-level system is it's got a bunch of presets on it, right? So you've got a ton of controls, you know, front, rear, if you had front, and then you've got presets. You can also program it to, when you shut the truck off, the airbags drop down, and when you turn it on, it comes back up to whatever your preset height was. Now, I don't really foresee using a bunch of different presets, but one preset I would like to have is pretty much level. I would like to have the ride height level preset in there. You know, I play with the airbags all the time, and the problem is it's really hard to tell what level is while you're in the truck. You'll sit there playing with it 100 times, think you got it level, then you go park somewhere, get out, and you realize the back is still like 4 inches too tall. So having a level preset on the ride controller would be really sweet. Now, we've got one issue with that, and that is that the computer system that APPAREL uses doesn't like the fact that we don't have front airbags or any front input. So because of that, it is not allowing us to preset any kind of ride heights. Now, we're hoping that's just going to be kind of a reflash on the computer from APPAREL to make it think all the controls are there, or something similar to that. So we kind of have to get that figured out, that way we can have presets, because, well, there's no point in spending all the money on this thing if you don't have presets. But that's just one of many things that need to get done to the truck. If you guys remember from the last video, the guys over at Preston's cranked my truck out to get it done in time for the Extreme Auto Fest, the truck show that we were in. Now, that being said, the truck went out not 100% finished, mainly because of lack of time. They knew I really wanted the truck, and I was okay taking it in the not 100%, I would say 95% finish that it was, and it was perfect. We got it to the show, and, you know, everybody was happy. But let's head over to Preston's now, and I'll kind of get into more details on what still needs to get done to the truck to really get it drivable, functional, and just kind of set up for stage 2 of the truck build. Before I hop out of the truck, let's talk about one thing I would like changed. As you can see, you know, when I purchased the APPAREL E-level system, I was under the impression that this was wireless. Clearly it's not. It has to be plugged in. Now, they give you a nice plug-in mount on the back here, so if you were to mount this in a dash, you can run the wire directly straight behind it. You don't have it hanging down. Just on the temporary, they ran the wire just underneath this leather piece right here, so it's out there. But to me, it's kind of in the way and in the middle, so I think I'm going to have them relocate that down on the side over here, kind of where my train horn switch was on the last truck, if you guys remember. That way it's up out of the way. And then one other thing with the air ride system is right now it's keyed to the ignition, so the ignition has to be on, which is a decent safety measure, especially if you have a gas truck and you're only running one battery. You know, sometimes you will develop a leak in your air system, and the compressors can kick on and off all night long if you're not careful and you're not paying attention to it, which will drain your battery. I'm not worried about that, and just in the instance that it does happen, we're going to put it on a switch, but I'd rather have it on a separate switch mounted somewhere else. That way, you know, a lot of people want to see this thing go up and down, and I have to constantly reach in and put the key to ignition to be able to access the compressors and the whole controller. The controller won't turn on as well without that. But one of the main reasons I'm over here is, in the essence of getting this truck out of the shop in time and over to the truck show, they didn't have time to really get the rear sway bar on, which obviously goes down here, and I'll show you guys in a second. And if you haven't driven a 4-link truck without a rear sway bar, it's an interesting ride, to say the least.
What's happening, buddy?
It's a whole lot of man to fit in a little truck.
That's a little tiny truck, man.
What's up, brother? Looks like they got a lot of Jeep builds going on in here.
Oh, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
I brought you your truck back. I figured you missed it.
Which one, the 7.3?
No. We brought the Denali back.
Oh.
We hear there's a sway bar around here somewhere that it really wants to have on it.
I bad. Don't doubt that at all.
It's been a fun ride without the sway bar, but I think
not bad.
What we got, man? We got doing a full frame swap on a Jeep.
Swap on a Jeep.
On this one? What happened to it?
It got crashed.
Huh? That's a
Yeah, bent the axle, ripped the link bars off, bent the frame.
it's an expensive little addition there, huh? Yeah. You guys like having all this room back in the shop over here? So much room for activities.
I kind of miss it.
You miss having the truck? Well, you're gonna have the truck back right now. I mean, I'm giving it to you. So here's the sway bar going on the rear. You guys remember from the other videos, obviously powder coated to match the rest of the lift kit. Keep that wrapped up. Protection.
It'll be able to show you.
Sweet. So Zach's over here getting me the printout on the alignment. And this is kind of one of the more crucial parts of the truck, and one of the other reasons it's here. The other stuff is all stuff that we just didn't have time to put on. But this one's a modification that needs to be made to the front setup. And Zach, would you like to do a little cameo, bro? Because you understand this a lot more than I do. All right, everybody, tell them what's going on with the front end.
I don't know if you can see on camera, but they're a little bit too far in at the top.
So right now the tires are not able to get trued out perfectly straight, mainly because they've just run out of adjustment on the bulletproof lift. Now mind you, this is a custom built lift kit and they had the factory tires when they built it. So obviously being custom, being one-off, you're gonna run into things that need to be adjusted or modified, and this is one of those things. So clearly I haven't been driving the truck very much because I don't want to wear the tires, being that they're going to be at that angle, and then eventually we're going to get them straight. They're going to have a weird wear to them, and then they're going to really not enjoy going down the road straight.
It's not like you're running 31s that are, you know, $100 a piece.
Yeah, these tires are expensive, so the least we can mess them up, the better. But essentially, what we think needs to happen, and kind of what Bulletproof is on, is we think we just need a longer upper control arm. That way, number one, it'll help us get straighter, and we'll have more freedom of adjustment, whereas right now we are just maxed out.
Yeah, they're maxed out. Anything more, and it starts driving funny. So funnier than it does.
There you go. So Bulletproof's already kind of on it. Sent them some pictures, and they're kind of going to build it off of pictures and what we're telling them and the specs that I got right here. And they'll get the new parts sent down to us, and we'll have them put on, and then hopefully that kind of straightens everything up and gets everything perfect. Like I said, it's not that they did anything wrong. When they had the truck, they had it on factory tires, and I'm assuming, you know.
We went 14.5 inches wider, so which exaggerates everything. So.
Right, yeah, and then trying to get a 40-inch plumbed up versus, what are the factories, 30? Yeah, whatever the factory tires are, those are a lot easier to true up. So when they aligned it with the factory tires, it was super easy and everything looked great. Throw the 40s on, obviously things change, but no big deal. They're handling it, they're gonna get the part made, powder coated, and sent back down to us. Now, one of the other things I have planned for this truck, and I don't know if we're gonna do it on this round of it sitting at present, we might though, because there's a wrap shop down the road. And if you guys saw on Carlos's Denali, as well as the other Ford that was at the truck show video, you would have seen that they both had their drive shafts vinyl wrapped. They had them wrapped with Bulletproof's logo. I'm not sure what we're gonna do on this, probably something work for it. But it's actually a really cool touch, and it's something that I really like. I just gotta find a wrap company over here that is good enough to not have the wrap come flying off at whatever speeds that thing rotates at, but I'm assuming it's pretty quick. Take care of me, Randy. So, you know, the cool thing about Randy here is Randy writes everything up pretty much for free. It's kind of the rumor that's going around here. So, Dave's out of town. Randy's gonna write me up. This is gonna be a free day today, right? All right, there you go. So just a quick update for you guys. We're gonna be leaving the truck here because obviously Bulletproof's got to get some stuff sent down, and you know, some of this stuff's gonna take a minute. So the truck's gonna get left here. We do have, like I said, some other stuff that showed up for the truck, so maybe we'll go pick that up and drop it off while it's here, and then just let them kind of knock everything out at once. Like I said, guys, I want to take you along for this journey, whether it be issues that we're running into or whatever. That way, when you guys go and kind of line up your own truck build, whether it be to this caliber or be just a regular lift kit, you know that there's, I don't want to even call them issues, but things are going to come up that need to get tweaked or whatever. You know, not everything is perfect and not everything works the first time. So this is kind of a way to show you guys really the process that it's taken to build my build, and hopefully you guys are able to take something away from all my videos, because I do make these videos for you. So as always, if you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button now. Thank you for watching these videos. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to tell your friends. Also, don't forget to check out, let's run over to it. Don't forget to check out Work For It Apparel, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. With that, guys, I'm out. Later.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.